Michael, how's the squad looking after the game the other night in terms of injuries?
Yeah, no, nothing new. The boys have come out of the game well. I always feel that a little bit better when after you've won the game as well and won it well. So everyone's fresh from what we had and looking forward to the game again.
Has there been a bit more of a bounce around the place? I mean, I know you'd said that already. The atmosphere has been really good, but it must be better after a win.
I have to say, yeah, it was obviously a great feeling. I was pleased, as I said after the game, I was pleased for the boys to get what they deserve in the way they've gone about it all week. After the game on Saturday, we came in on Sunday and we were still positive. The group was still positive, so it wasn't a major change. We didn't, not one for getting hugely up and hugely down. I think it's a long season. If you waste all that emotional energy, it can be quite draining. So you got to try and be a bit stable, and it's very early days. So, but nevertheless, a win's a win. It's great for confidence, great for that bit of belief from the boys, and we're obviously looking forward to the next game now.
Is that quite hard as a manager to sort of stay level, not to get too up or too down?
That's kind of me, really, in a way. I think it's just my personality that I'm quite calm about certain things and quite level. Maybe a little bit boring in some ways at times, but I think you got to be like that, and you got to try and take in the bigger picture and be realistic when you're making your judgments. Not always easy, Sometimes things wind you up or get you a little bit carried away, and that's football. You've still got to play with the emotion of football to a point. But yeah, trying to be stable is key for me.
What did you make of Chuba Akpom's performance the other night?
Very good. Chuba's had a good week. Very good week, and playing a slightly different role than he's been used to in the past, and taking to it very well. So yeah, really pleased with Chuba, and obviously as a striker and playing higher up the pitch, goals always help. But I wouldn't judge him necessarily just on the goals. I think his overall performance has been really good.
Was he someone you were aware of before you joined the club?
Yeah, I was fully aware of him. Yeah, and it's like a lot of the players you're trying to look and say how can we play to their strengths and how can we use them and bring the best out of them. And at the moment, he's hit the ground running and he's taking it through really well. So yeah, it's a good sign for us.
I get to ask you the question now that I was going to ask you the other day. Are you looking forward to your home debut?
Yeah, I'm hugely looking forward to it. To sample the atmosphere and it's again, I said it the other day. That's what football's for, about the supporters and no better place to play in front of your own supporters, coming out in numbers like they do. And so yeah, very looking forward to it. It's not about me, to be honest. It's about the players being ready and looking forward to the game, and hopefully the supporters, connecting with us and recognising what we're trying to do and being positive and entertaining and enjoying the football. That's what we're all here to do, and hopefully we'll put the performance together. We get the right result.
I know you said previously that obviously you'd had quite a good few clashes at the Riverside in the past as a player. How important is it that you use that sort of intimidating home atmosphere? You've
got to use it. That's the advantage. That's the opportunity, I should say, to make it an advantage when you're playing at home with everything that comes with it. The support. You can't put a gauge on how important the noise and the support and how much energy that can give a player individually and as a team, and that little bit of extra adrenaline and buzz and belief to go and do things that only playing at home with that noise and support you can do. So as I say, I've played here enough to know it can be a tough place to come, and the atmosphere can be amazing. So that's what we need to get to. We need to play well and to give the supporters something to shout about, of course. And it's a two-way street. Then they stick with us and support us when we might have tougher times during games. I've spoken about it all week, about the connection and understanding each other, and we'll definitely give everything we've got, and the players will, and hopefully the supporters will recognise that.
Bristol City, what have you made of them so far this season?
Yeah, a dangerous team, very dangerous team. threat along the front line, quick, and penetration through the middle, and something we got to look for. And a good team, well organised team. They've had some mixed results. I think most teams in this league, you get mixed results. We know all about them, and they're a good team. We respect them for sure. And, we're at the stage now where we're looking to us to what we can do better, and taking each game and improving each day in training. So it'll be a good gauge to see if and how we can improve from Tuesday night.
Is Nigel Pearson someone that you've had much to do with in your career so far?
I've met him a few times, Nigel. Yeah, playing against him at times. Not on a personal level so much, but definitely respect for the work he's done and how he goes about it, and how he can galvanise a group of players in a club, and his management skills are very good. So yeah, huge respect for Nigel, and look forward to seeing him on the weekend.
Brilliant, thank you.
Michael, something that has been elusive, I'm sure you're aware, this season for Boro is back-to-back wins. Obviously an opportunity to do that for the first time on Saturday. I mean, how important is it to kind of put a run of results together and find some consistency? Yeah,
that's the magic word. I think consistency, and it's not easy to just click your fingers and for it all to happen. But of course, within the league, when you want to be successful, putting results together is vital. And the boys show what they're capable of. And even then, I think that was only a glimpse. I think we there's so much more to come from the boys individually and as a group, and that's the exciting part for me. Momentum and consistency. That's what really makes a difference in this league, and that's the aim. That's the aim for us.
Yeah. You mentioned obviously as a player you played at the Riverside a few times. Are there any particular memories, stand out games for good or for bad?
It's all a bit of a blur because we never really had too many good results. It was just always that feeling of coming up in here and just being so hard to play against, and you had to really fight and dig in and beat your best to try and get a result. So it's funny when certain places you get that feeling, and that's what we want other teams to have when they come here now, and it's the atmosphere, it's the way we play, it's not going to be nice for teams to come. That's where we want to get to, and it's a responsibility of me and the coaches as well as the players, but it's obviously, as we've just spoken about, the supporters as well, together to create that atmosphere and environment.
Yeah, and on Tuesday night there, one of the players, I mean, he won't be credited with a goal, but Ryan Giles got into a good position, and obviously the third goal came through him. He was signed in the summer as a specialised wing back, really, but obviously he has natural attacking qualities, but playing in the back four, if you like, at the moment. I mean, do you see him as that kind of now in your side attacking full back, or would you like to maybe try and get him further up the field when the chance is right?
Yeah, well, he managed to get himself high up the pitch a number of times the other night, and I think he'd do that a lot more. His attributes lead him to that, and certainly would be encouraging that. We said to them, do what you're good at, boys, and go and express yourself, and that's the major strength of his is getting forward and being dangerous down that left hand side, and being getting the balance right, and obviously defending well, and enjoying defending and the challenge that brings, but certainly do what you're good at, and that's one of the things that he's very good at.
Yeah, and we've mentioned Tuba there, and not just Tuba, but he's out of contract at the end of the season, but with an option to extend. It might not just be Tuba, but will this World Cup break perhaps be a chance where you and the club start looking at situations like that with contracts, etc.? Yeah,
for sure. We've talked already. That's only natural. You've got to have a plan and what's ahead, and yeah, it's very early in terms of only being here a week, but you get a quick feeling of. I think I said it last week. It's funny when you watch a game of football and you watch a team. Everyone kind of eyes go to certain things, and you all have an opinion on certain things. And for whatever reason, you notice certain things in a player, and that's up for us for me and as a club to judge and plan for. So, the more people playing well and positive, the easier it is for sure.
Yeah, and just finally for me, Michael, a player who arrived not too long before you was Massimo Luongo, and we haven't seen him yet make his debut, but I was just wondering, how is he in terms of where he's at with his fitness and how he's fitting in with the squad, etc.?
Yeah, Mass he's been training pretty much every day, just like the rest of the squad, and hopefully he's getting that level of fitness and ready to step in. So and it's like any player, it's a clean slate. You got a chance to impress me and the staff and to be part of it. So we got a good squad. We got a lot to choose from in certain positions, and it's just about picking the right balance. But yeah, certainly Mass is heavily involved in that.
Yeah, and that competition with places obviously drives up standards as well.
Yeah, you need it. Of course you do. You need that little bit balance of giving players the confidence that they'll play and you believe in them, but at the same time that little bit of that edge to know they have to perform or there's someone ready to step in, and I think that's healthy competition.
Just ask you about Hayden Hackney, Michael. He's kind of been thrust into the first team from nowhere really. Obviously knew about him, but wasn't so much in the squad early in the season, and he seems to have taken to it really comfortably. What have you made of him so far? How have you found him?
Yeah, I've loved seeing him play, to be honest. It's been really refreshing to see him step in and play with no fuss, really. When I say that, I don't mean that he hasn't played well. I just mean that he's just stepped in and as if he's played there for an awful long time, and really composed on the ball, always there and always offering for the ball, always showing for the ball, always wants the ball, and when he does get it, he turns positive. The other side of the game that we've asked him to do, and with Johnny the last 2 games, is to be responsible and disciplined and playing a certain role, and he's managed to do that no problem. And for a young player who's not played an awful lot of games, I think that speaks or shows us that there's so much more to come from Hayden as well, and he plays with a real maturity. So I've been absolutely delighted with him. I think you would never think he's only played that many games because the way he's performed over both games.
And that no fuss you said there, is that the type of character he is as well off the pitch? Yeah. From what I've seen so far and knowing him for a week or so, I've been really impressed with him. He just goes about his business, trains well. Obviously he's played well, and whatever we ask him, he tries to do and tries to do with everything he's got. So as a coaching staff, that's all you can hope for in the players, and they're the ones that you want to work with and look to bring on and improve, because it's such early days in Hayden's career, and well aware that there's moments where you got to look after them, there's moments where you got to push them, and that's for us to get them decisions right. And as a former midfielder, have you enjoyed almost kind of getting him right at the start of his journey and being able to mould him a little bit, I guess?
In some ways, yeah. Having overthought it as at this point, it was just a case, something caught our eye, and we thought, we want to put him in the team in that position, and to be honest, he's the performances have come from him. Yeah, of course, there's loads of time to work with him and improve him, just like every other player. That's we're really keen and passionate about the developing individuals as well as the team. So yeah, it's looking forward to what's to come.
And just on your time in charge so far, as it has felt as frantic as you kind of said it was going to before the first game, that blast of games before the break, have you had a chance to kind of take a step back and reflect, or is it just bang, bang, bang?
No, it's been pretty calm, to be honest. Yeah, the games come thick and fast, but in terms around the office, around the training ground, around the boys, it's been pretty calm, and we're trying to be as clear as we can about how we want to play and the messages we give the players, and yeah, it's been alright. Time to take a deep breath, and yeah, it's all been pretty calm so far. But at the same point, you got to be ready and driven for when the games come, and saving your energy for the right moment. So that's as well as me, as well as the players.
Enjoy the chant full time on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's nice to have moments like that. Of course it is. I think it's nice for everyone, me, players, certainly the supporters, and to feel that. As I said it after the game, that's the reason we play football at this level, is to have that connection and that kind of support, and for them supporters to see a team on the pitch they can relate to and enjoy watching. So it was good. We just want more of them moments.